Hello, managers, and welcome to Preventing Disability Discrimination in the Workplace. I am Sobel Mordezavi, LEST 410, Spring 2, 2022. Let's get started. Americans with Disability Act of 1990 is a federal civil rights law that prohibits discrimination against qualified individuals in regards to the application process, interviewing, hiring, training, compensation, growth, and any other employment advantages. Here at EasyBank, we're committed to act in accordance with Americans with Disability Act and have a long-established promise to provide equal opportunity for everyone here. So who's protected under the Americans with Disability Act? Let's find out. ADA protects all qualified individuals with disabilities who are faced with a physical or mental impairment that significantly limits major life activities. Let's take a look at what those are. These can include, but are not limited to, visual, speech, and hearing impairment, developmental disabilities, emotional illness, learning disabilities, cerebral palsy, epilepsy, muscular dystrophy, multiple sclerosis, orthopedic conditions, cancer, heart disease, diabetes, HIV. Here are a few types of disability discrimination. Direct and indirect discrimination, failure to make reasonable accommodations or adjustments, prejudice due to disability, harassment or victimization. Harassment claims can result in emotional damage in addition to legal implications and reputational damage. An example of a successful harassment claim for a qualified employee with disability protected by ADA is as follows. Subjected to unwelcome harassment. Harassment was due to the employee's disability. Harassment was intense, consistent, or persuasive that interfered with job privileges. Employer was aware but didn't take action to remediate the problem. Intersectionality discrimination are in combination with any of the following. In addition to disability discrimination, there are race, color, national origin, gender, sexual orientation, religion, and age discrimination. Hey managers, did you know new forms of discrimination are emerging with a growing number of interracial marriages and families and increased immigration? Racial demographics of the workforce have changed, and the issue of race discrimination in America is multidimensional. Over the years, EEOC has received an increasing number of race and color discrimination charges that alleges multiple or intersecting prohibited bases such as age, disability, gender, national origin, and religion. Did you also know accommodations only apply to disability, such as pregnancy or a physical, mental impairment, or religion versus national origin or race? All right, managers, let's take a look at wrongful termination, claims, and damages. Here are a few examples of wrongful termination claims. Fired shortly after employee revealed they needed reasonable accommodations. Leadership/employer made unwanted comments or assumed job couldn't be done due to disability. Unfair and different treatment than peers. Fired due to bias or refusal for requested time off. Here are a few examples of damages due to wrongful termination. Monetary damages relating to back pay, attorney fees, out-of-pocket losses, filing fees, administrative fees, compensation, emotional distress, heavy fines, and punitive damages. Reputational and brand damage, termination due to lack of knowledge or leadership and/or involvement. Here are some tips for interacting with people with disabilities. Let's take a look. Number 1, effective listening skills is crucial. Listen to the person with disability and don't make assumptions on what they can or can't do. Number 2, effective communication is key. Speak directly with a person with a disability, whether the person is mobility, mentally, visually, or hearing impaired with or without an interpreter. Number 3, common courtesy is universal and should be expressed to people with disabilities as it would be done to anyone else, such as shaking hands or giving business cards. Don't be ashamed of the attempt. If they are unable to reciprocate, the individual will tell you. If an employee has a speech impairment and you are unable to understand the individual, ask them to repeat what they said rather than pretending you understand. Pretending is demeaning and leads to the individual feeling shameful. If you feel your employee with disability is in need of assistance, offer to help, but don't proceed until the individual has accepted your assistance. Take a moment and pause and wait for the response. Just remember, it's natural to feel and admit being nervous around people with disability. To find relaxation, think about the person first before you think about the disability. If you notice discrimination or are the receiver of discrimination, please contact HR to address the complaint immediately and confidentially. Your leadership matters. Join us as we continue to mitigate disability discrimination, in addition to all other discrimination in the workplace, and create a culture of acceptance and inclusivity. Hey managers, do you have any questions or concerns? Don't hesitate to contact us. Please see our email address and our phone number below. Thank you, managers, for taking the time to take our Preventing Disability Discrimination training here at Easy Bank. Please take a moment and review the references, and we look forward to training you again.